Everybody. I would like to welcome you to my purchasing plan presentation. I'd like to take a second first to introduce myself. My name is Terry Paulston, and today I'm going to be explaining on how inventory management can and will affect your company's financial performance. Secondly, I'm going to talk about and explain on how purchasing agents can directly influence your inventory management. And I'm going to be closing it up with presenting actions that I would take to reduce uncertainty associated with supplier quality, supplier delivery, long-term cycle, and inaccurate demands forecast. So let's go ahead and get started with my first topic. My first topic is going to be on explaining on how inventory management can and will affect your financial bottom line. First and most importantly, it really can affect your company in two different ways. It can have a good effect on it, or it can have a negative effect on it. What I mean by that, so when you're thinking about having inventory management, there's a few things you should probably look at on the positive side. So the first one I would suggest and also recommend is looking on how, without your supplies in stock, on how it could affect your operation performance. Meaning if you don't have your supplies there and you need to get it and you have to continue shipping it from somewhere to your location, it could actually have a negative effect on your shipping. Also, too, on your customer support. For example, if we have like some electronic device, a computer, a laptop, a TV, a gaming console, anything that would have an issue with, or it goes down, breaks, and they need to, the customer needs to have it replaced. If you have the stock in the warehouse, you could actually have your transportation company go pick it up, retrieve it from the customer, bring it back, and get them a new item shipped out to them. By doing that, you'll actually have a great customer satisfaction rate with that customer when that happens. Also, too, something to think about is when you're having management, inventory management in your warehouse, is order in bulk. As a company, if you order in bulk, you can actually take a massive advantage on discounts because you're getting large quantities of that particular item into your warehouse. So there's a couple, 3 ways that inventory management can and will help your financial bottom line. On the negative side of that, you would have to think about like the life term of an item for going out date. So you wouldn't want to order something that has a short shelf life, and you would have issues of you couldn't get it out to your customers because it was an expired item. And then you would lose all the money that you invested in purchasing that. You would have to dispose it, and that would be a negative loss for your company. Secondly, I would like to talk about the effects a purchasing agent can have in a good way. A purchasing agent can actually administrate the cost of each item. They could measure the basic purchasing efficiency of an item. Secondly, they could have an effect on the price per item. Thirdly, they could have like a performance movement, meaning that this cost and savings increasing in quality, purchasing, and improvement in transportation, logistics, moving the item from your supplier down to your warehouse, out to your customer. So thirdly, I would like to talk about maybe a few ways that I would make my decision in having supplies in my warehouse. For one, I would probably take advantage of large orders. They would give me a huge discount, and I could pass the savings on to my customer. Also, too, I would really consider about the speediness of my delivery from my warehouse to my customer's door, and also to in the return, called reverse logistics. If something happened, we can actually go retrieve that item and get it replaced, and keep our customer satisfaction at a very high rate. And also, too, when purchasing, I would consider where I'm purchasing the item from. So what I mean is, if I want to purchase it from overseas, of course, it's going to cost me more money to get my item to my warehouse, and that could be expensive. So I would actually consider trying to purchase more items from the mainlands. So you would have domestic shipping versus international shipping, which international shipping could be a lot more money, and also it's time consuming because it's usually comes from a barge, a boat that's got to be shipped across, and there's a lot of delays into the system. So that would be another thing that I would consider. So I guess to go ahead and recap it, like I said, when you're thinking about supply management, you got to think about your goods and your bads for your financial standpoint. You also got to think about your customer service, and some companies will supply larger items, and that will overweigh the cost just for customer satisfaction. So them are my points on viewing supply management. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for watching.